While all of the developmental theories that we've discussed have merit, our group would argue that choice theory paired with elements of reality therapy would be especially well suited for kids in the middle childhood age cohort. Um, so at this stage, there are two developmental needs that really stood out to me. The first is the development of a stronger social self-concept, and the growth of problem-solving skills. And I think that choice theory and reality therapy align closely with both of those major developmental needs, in ways that are also appropriate, for the way that children are cognitively, socially, and emotionally developing during this time. So let's talk about some of those developmental domains and how they parallel with the theory that we have. So cognitively, children in middle childhood are in Piaget's concrete operational stage, which means they're able to think more logically, about the ways that their actions and behaviors connect with their thoughts, and also the way that their actions and behaviors connect with consequences. Because of that, a technique like choice theory, which models how choices and behaviors work together, could be really powerful. Children at this age could begin to understand that when I make a certain choice, it gives a specific outcome, and if I don't like that outcome, then I may need to make a different choice. So, if I always talk during class when I'm not supposed to be talking and it gets me in trouble with my teacher and I don't like getting in trouble with my teacher, then I need to make a different choice. Um, Children are also developing more complex thought processes, so they're increasingly capable of reflecting on their behavior and evaluating how their actions are not only impacting themselves but impacting other people. Um, that reflective piece fits really well with reality therapy and choice theory's emphasis on self-evaluation and self-reflection. Um, Kids during this stage are also starting to kind of monitor their own behavior and self-regulate, and are able to start setting goals as well, which are also key components of choice theory, kind of that personal responsibility, self-regulating, looking at your own behavior. Um, so this theory would teach kids to ask questions like, is what I'm doing helping me get what I want? Um, and would kind of build directly on those cognitive skills that are already emerging. So let's talk about the social domain. So the social domain is one of the more important aspects of middle childhood. It is marked by growing autonomy, so kids are really starting to kind of like come into their own sense of self, and also a really strong desire to belong. Um, in middle childhood, children are wanting more control over their lives, but they also deeply value peer acceptance, and being included. So choice theory really emphasizes personal control, and that would work well with the need for autonomy that's happening during this stage, and would reinforce the idea that we can't control other people, but we can control our own behavior, which would feel empowering for a child who's already like really craving autonomy. Um, Also, at this time, social self-concept is forming, so children are becoming more aware of social norms, peer expectations, and belonging. Because friendship and social hierarchies are forming, there's also a lot of sensitivity to acceptance and rejection. Um, so techniques in reality therapy and choice theory, like behavioral rehearsal and action planning, would be really helpful. So, with a child who may struggle with, social skills or social cues, practicing how to respond in certain social situations or planning how they're going to, work out a conflict with a friend would be directly supported by what's already going on, for them socially.